Ecclesiastes 8:9 through 16. Doesn't matter if we see the wicked people who seem unpunished go on with living life. They will eventually get into trouble and be judged for what they have done. We all come short of the glory of God and will be judged accordingly. So it is better for us to live as pure and blameless as possible, heeding to the voice of God and His voice of reason, His voice of wisdom, so that when this life is over, eternity will be a lot happier because we chose to make better choices while here on the testing ground we call earth, the wicked and the righteous. I have thought deeply about all that goes on here under the sun, where people have the power to hurt each other. I have seen wicked people buried with honor, yet they were the very ones who frequented the temple and are now praised in the same city where they committed their crimes. This too is meaningless. When a crime is not punished quickly, people feel it's safe to do wrong. But even though a person sins 100 times and still lives a long time, I know that those who fear God will be better off. The wicked will not prosper, for they do not fear God. Their days will never grow long like the evening shadows. And this is not all that is meaningless in our world. In this life, good people are often treated as though they were wicked, and wicked people are treated as if they were good. This is so meaningless. So I recommend having fun, because there is nothing better for people in this world than to eat, drink, and enjoy life. That way, they will experience some happiness, just some, along with the hard work that God gives them under the sun. In my search for wisdom and my observation of people's burdens here on earth, I discovered that there is ceaseless activity day and night. I realize that no one can discover everything God is doing under the sun. Not even the wisest people discover everything, no matter what they claim. So what I got here from Ecclesiastes 8:12, even though a person sins 100 times and still lives a long time, I know that those who fear God will be better off. The wicked will not prosper, for they do not fear God. Their days will never grow long like the evening shadows. So their days will never grow long like the evening shadows. So you know how in evening shadows they grow long? Okay, so their life will not. What we need to do is live a life as pure and blameless as possible. I have a side note here. It says, doesn't matter if we see the wicked people who seem unpunished go on living life. They will eventually get into trouble and be judged for what they have done. We all come short of the glory of God. So it just makes better sense to do what we are supposed to do. Seems like they're getting away with everything, so why not just live the way they're living? But the thing is, just like those evening shadows, their life is not going to be lived long, even if it seems like they're getting away with everything. But it really isn't. It says that they will eventually get into trouble and be judged for what they've done. Okay? We all come short of the glory of God, yes. And we'll be judged according to what we've done here. So it is better for us to live as pure and blameless as possible, heeding to the voice of God and His voice of wisdom and reason, so that when this life is over, eternity will be a lot happier because we made better choices while we were here, the testing ground we call earth. See, I would rather, I get upset sometimes when I'm like, man, it seems like they could do whatever they want. And they're getting away with everything. And why is it that it seems like they're having more fun? Well, see, it says here in verse 15, it says, so I recommend having fun because there's nothing better for people in this world than to eat, drink, and enjoy life. That way, they will experience some happiness along with the hard work God gives them under the sun. So when God gives us hard work to do, it might not seem like it's fun, but in the end, it is. It is. Like, you put money in the bank and it collects interest, right, in a savings bond or a COD or whatever it may be, right? it does collect interest over time. Over time, the Word of God, when you speak the Word of God over your life and you walk His Word out, the angels heed unto His Word, and we do what He's supposed to, and He tells us to do, we will reap the benefits. We will see our reward. So it doesn't matter. The clincher of this whole story, the whole takeaway here is, it doesn't matter if you think that they're actually able to get away with everything. They're not getting away with anything. It just looks like it. Okay, because like I said, their days are not going to be long like the evening shadows. Okay, so you just keep on being yourself, doing what you need to do. Do as good as you try, and give the rest to God to do the rest. And try to live as pure and blameless a life as possible. Have a little fun here and there. Blameless fun, by the way, pure fun. And we will see the reward. We will see the reward.